In this video, you'll learn how to use the God mode glitch after patch 1.10. We'll show you the two orlog players who can trigger it and tell you exactly how to time your fast travel so that you can kill any enemy with impunity in the game of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Subscribe to the Linus Wilson channel where we give you the secrets to crush Assassin's Creed Valhalla. The God mode glitch in Assassin's Creed Valhalla used to be triggered by going to fast travel when you started the dice game, when the coin was flipped. But now that doesn't work. You cannot start a fast travel that early in an orlog game anymore, and thus you cannot go up to NPC enemies who don't see Eivor. So the God mode glitch allowed you to assassinate enemies or attack enemies without them attacking back or even knowing that Eivor was there. And so it's very useful if you had a very high level enemy or you wanted to take out a high level monastery, or maybe you didn't want to have a boss fight with a zealot or a mythical creature or a daughter of Lyrian. It was possible to use God mode, but that was patched with 1.10, and after the patch there are two orlog players that you still can get into God mode with, and it's because they're not actually at tables, they're sitting on the ground. So there's one in your settlement in Norway, or your former settlement in Norway, and then one in London, and they both are sitting down. So if you time it just right as Eivor is getting up from the table, so you do the coin flip, you forfeit the game, Eivor will start getting up from the floor. You want to hit the menu button and fast travel anywhere, basically, anywhere within the region. The orlog player in Fornburg will only give you God mode in Norway, and the orlog player in London will only give you God mode in England. If you travel back to England from Norway after entering God mode, you'll lose God mode. If you enter Norway from England, if you started God mode with the London player, you'll lose your God mode. So that's a way to take off God mode, because obviously it makes the game a little bit boring. So it's good to know how not just to initiate it, but take it off. So if you go to the menu too early, then you won't be able to fast travel. So then you have to exit, let the video run a little bit more, do the menu again. Obviously, if you're late, then you're going to have to redo the orlog game. But if you're early, the only penalty is you open up the menu and you're not allowed to fast travel yet. I think it's better to be early on your timing and open up the menu a few extra times rather than to fast travel to a region thinking you are in God mode and you really aren't. And so this allows you to do God mode both in Norway and England. So if you want to do it in England, go to the one in London. If you want to do it in Norway, go to the one in Fornburg in Norway. I want to thank T7 PDM for tipping me off on this method. I think there are a few other channels I saw, but I recall him mentioning the orlog. God mode is really helpful also if you're doing farming. So if you're farming tungsten ingots and you find a wealth icon guy that you explode, and you save and reload so you can farm his tungsten or nickel or whatever, that's something you might want to do with God mode, so you don't have to worry about fighting him in a fight. You can always assassinate him, fight him while he's defenseless, and that'll speed up your assassinations. It also may be helpful if you're a really low level player farming tungsten in a high level region, because that's the only places where you can find tungsten. And if you're farming those wealth icon guys, God mode might be the only way you can reliably kill them. I'm Linus Wilson. Subscribe. We give you the secrets to crush Assassin's Creed Valhalla.